my fellow Marines. Happy birthday. And I want to talk about the market today. And we just had a incredible run since the reversal from the election. I mean, the market is literally up 5% from the bottom in just 2 days. And now at Doji today, and to me, I think this is bearish. I'd be surprised if they push this thing back up over this line tomorrow, and so I'm looking for a bearish move here now in the stock market, and at least to here, but go to here, it can also fall all the way to here. There's some just really weird things happening in the market right now, and if you look at the bond market here, I mean, this is incredible dislocation going on right now, and it fell right out of the channel, and I just laughed. The Federal Reserve is going to raise rates because this is going to happen, that's going to happen. They can't absorb these kind of interest rate payments in the government, and if this is an opportunity for them to try to sabotage Trump out of the gate, it's going to backfire on them completely, and because this is all going to happen on Obama's watch. And I don't know if it's the Chinese or the Mexicans or the Saudi Arabians selling their bonds, but people are selling them really hard right now, and I think it's gonna cause them a lot of grief because it's going to drive the dollar through the roof. It's going to cause them all kinds of problems, and Trump will just tariff the markets, get insular. And one thing that people do not realize is during the Great Depression, if you're a country that borrows a lot of money and you import a lot of goods, is that you're going to make out really well in the Depression. And if you're the opposite, you're going to suffer greatly. Because just think about this for a second. In the Depression, bond market and borrowing costs will fall, and deflation, prices will fall for what you import. So you get a double whammy if you're an exporter and you have a capital surplus, and the opposite if you don't. And Great Britain was in that situation during the Great Depression. And in fact, in London, their real estate went up in price during the Great Depression. And in America, we suffered greatly because we're a big exporter, and basically the value of our exports collapsed. And that's China today. So, if the Chinese understand economic history, and I don't think these people are stupid, I think they know what's coming, and they ill-prepared their people for the coming carnage. And that's just typical. We see here in the U.S. is that the left always thinks they're the smartest things that ever walked the earth, and the Chinese communists are the same way. And the thing is, they have to give away to their people in order to have a diversified economy. It's not going to happen. So I think this thing is going to get really ugly really fast unless some grown-ups get in here and right this bond market here. And because look at gold. I mean, this is screaming deflation, not inflation, guys. Look at nugget. Look at oil. Okay, oil's about ready to fall through the floor, and if they don't get oil under control, it's going to blow the stock market up. If you take a look at China here, see what the Chinese market's doing. It's rolling over too. Look at this rounded top right here. Okay, and I'm just saying, I think people think they understand this, but they really don't. And they don't understand the flows. They don't understand what currency means. They think, the U.S. economy bad. The dollar's going to fall. Well, not necessarily, because a lot of dollar debt out there, and people have to convert their losses into dollars to cover their dollar debts. And as the dollar strengthens, it just gets worse and worse and worse for them. And then you get bankruptcies or you get defaults, and just keeps the wheel spinning up. And if they do this with the bond market, I mean, people lost right now, $500 billion is gone, wiped out of the bond markets. We didn't get $500 billion into the stock market. So, there's people, I heard what somebody said, 1/3 of all bonds are negative yield. Well, these people are going to get wiped out. And so it's going to get really, really, really interesting. And I don't think they're going to get the results they think they're going to get. Trump can't spend this money fast enough. So, he's not even going to be in office until the middle of January, and then it's going to be another 60 days before he gets any legislation passed. And just like the shovel-ready jobs, you remember that? It took a year for those shovel-ready jobs to start paying dividends. And so you're looking a year out, and the market is trying to price that in today. Good luck. This is just the algos taking advantage of people wrong-footed. And I think this market's going to roll over pretty hard before it climbs to new all-time highs. So just be careful. We had a nice trade on XBI today on the pop, and we caught that down. We got back out. It's dojiing. I think biotech's in trouble. The only way we're going to pay for health insurance, and Trump will figure it out, it has to come out of the pharmaceutical and the biotech industry. They're in the hospitals. That's where all the money's being spent, and they're going to take good hard looks at all these things. And then I also shorted today XLE based on the oil and the market already being overbought, and look at this nice channel on it here. And I'm looking for a roll down. I'm not looking to get rich on these things, but if I could pull $1,000 or $2,000 out of 10 contracts over the next week, I'll be happy. And I think, although this has been my nemesis, but Boyle's looking pretty constructive here. And so I'm looking for a nice strong move in natural gas. And I'm long the futures contracts and Boyle. And I think it's something to keep an eye on if you want to buy something that I think is going to explode higher. And I think it's going to be a nice move. I'm talking about potential for Boyle a 50% move. So maybe a 17% move in the underlying futures contract. So you're talking 260 right now. So 26.50 cents. Yeah, I think you can get over $3, but not 50. Yeah, about maybe 290 on the move, which would be pretty nice. Be $3,000 a contract. So that'll pay some bills. But anyway, Bob from Trade Genius. I'll catch you guys all later, and I may do a little bit of a rant later on, some of my thoughts on the election and what I think, at least my observations from some of the comments and some of the commentary and some of the things that I've seen and heard inside of and outside of my social circle. And I'll tell you, it's in some ways it's very, very heartwarming. In other ways, it makes me pretty sad. And I think things to be worrisome for the future for our country and for our young kids. Anyway, Bob from Trade Genius. I'll catch you guys all later. Talk to you. Bye-bye.